Hello, my name is John Matthews. I'm the Executive Director for AGWA, the Alliance for Global Water Adaptation. This World Water Day is occurring in the same month that the IPCC, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, releases Working Group 2's report, which focuses on impacts, vulnerability, and adaptation and resilience. It's an important transition for the IPCC, and the messages from the science community are especially important. I'm also a climate scientist. I've been working at the edge of the practice and policy of climate change and water for almost 20 years. What I'd like to say from our experience inside of AGWA with regard to World Water Day, especially this World Water Day, is that there are three key modes that we often see that are spoken about for the role of water in connection to climate change. First is talking about water as a climate hazard. The second is focusing on water as a sector. And the third is talking about water as a climate solution. In terms of hazards, this is the most widespread approach. We see it in national climate plans, referred to as droughts and floods. In most speeches at COP26, it's a widespread framing. The most recent big headlines that I've been seeing have been talking about how in the southwestern regions of North America have entered a 1,200-year scale drought, for instance. This alarms people, but it doesn't necessarily tell people about what they should be doing instead. Talking about water as a sector is also important. It's the second step in. This is about how we think about how water is stored, how we transport it, how we treat it, how we make sure that we provision it for our homes, our families, our communities. And this is an important part, certainly, of our international cooperation efforts around water. But the third one, I think, is actually the most relevant for climate change, and it's actually important more generally. And I would argue how we move towards a more resilient world. And it's talking about water as an instrument of connecting different sectors, different regions, different communities. And this idea of water as a medium of resilience, as a way to bind together sectors such as energy, healthcare, agriculture, disaster risk reduction, and how we manage our natural resources and ecosystems in a sustainable way is really critical. And I hope it's the one that we can focus on this year on World Water Day. Thank you.